Hi, my name is Stefanie Saenz, and today we'll be talking about why it is important to take care of your mental health during the COVID-19 pandemic. I want to first off by asking a question. Have you felt overwhelmed or mentally exhausted because of the changes in the society brought on by COVID-19? Well, if you answered yes, you're not alone. The COVID-19 pandemic has impacted millions of Americans physically, mentally, and emotionally. How, you might ask? Well, the COVID-19 pandemic has likely brought many changes in your life and how you live it. And with its uncertainty and your changing daily routines, financial pressures, and um, social distancing, loneliness, and an increase in stress and anxiety. There's also a news overload of information, rumors, and that can make you feel out of control of like what you're consuming, and there's a lot of confusion going on, like what's true, what's not true, and this can cause you to feel uncertain about many things and of their lives and that are altered in any major unwanted and unanticipated ways. Communication between the prefrontal cortex, which is the executive center of the brain, and the amygdala, which is the emotional processing center, may be disrupted. This leads to the production of stress hormones that can cause distress in the body as well as the mind. The Centers for Disease and Control and Prevention says stress during an infectious disease outbreak can sometimes cause the following: fear and worry about your own health and the health of your loved ones, your financial situation or job, change in your sleep or eating patterns, any difficulty in sleeping and concentrating, worsening chronic health problems, worsening mental health conditions, and an increase of tobacco and or alcohol and other substances in order to cope with everything that's going on. With this in mind, I would say it is critical to pay attention to how we are feeling and how we're reacting to situations going on and really focus on our own well-being as well as around us. This leads me to the statistics. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, 1 in 5 American adults experienced mental illness. During this time of uncertainty and fear, it is likely that mental health issues and substance use disorders among people with these conditions already pre-existing will be intensified. And in addition, it is shown that major pandemics like this induces a general stress across the population and may lead to new mental health and substance use issues for those who have not had any issue before. Um, as we can see now, in that 1 in 3 adults in the US have reported symptoms of anxiety and depression. This was taken from the months of May, June, July of 2020, and this leads to talking about suicide ideation. So between June 24th and June 30th, the CDC researchers surveyed 5,412 US adults to learn how the crisis has affected Americans' mental health. And they found some interesting statistics of 10.7% said they considered suicide. And we can see that within the past 30 days that this survey was taken, it was twice the amount compared to the whole year of 2018. And we can see from the ages 18 to 24, over a quarter of those that took the survey have seriously considered suicide in those 30 days. As we can see from these statistics and facts, mental health in America needs to be addressed and needs to be talked about, and it's important to do so. And how can we help ourselves? Well, in the next slide, what we can do for ourselves in order to be tricky to take care of our minds in the middle of a pandemic. I found Yale medicine psychiatrists say that these strategies are good for both body and mind to help lay a foundation that can make it easy for people to manage these uncomfortable emotions. First one is it's important to allow yourself to experience uncomfortable emotions. People who do not address those emotions in the short term can be putting themselves at risk for more serious potential long-term problems. This includes allowing yourself to fully experience uncomfortable emotions, even if they are overwhelming in that moment. Allow yourself in these uncomfortable feelings of being anxious, lonely, fearful. It's just very important to be compassionate with yourself in those moments and love yourself. Self-love is very important during these times. These are human emotions. We're humans. It's okay to feel this. Next is to control your exposure to news. It's important to limit how much news you consume throughout the day. Uh, it's important to stay informed, but not overload yourself. If you overload yourself, it's just constant reminders and exposure to the uncertainty that's going out there, and it's leading to more unnecessary stress. The next one is to practice mindfulness. This can be a simple 3 to 5 minute meditation each morning. Mindfulness meditation can lower levels of stress hormones um, that can help with quiet your mind down. It's important to stay connected with others. Stay connected with your inner circle of friends, family, or have a buddy system and check in with somebody daily or every so often. Be sure you guys, both of you are okay. And it's important to exercise your mind mentally and then also physically. Um, Dr. Um, Zada, was saying advises creating a routine, possibly adding other elements of strengthening effects, any physical exercise, whether it's yoga, walking, or something else, as long as you do it each day. Along with that, get a good amount of sleep each night. Have a set time to go to sleep. Um, and if anxiety appears throughout the day, maybe try breathing exercises. One that I found very helpful is box breathing. Let's talk about one more thing, and it's about the stigma of mental health and mental illness. The stigma around getting help needs to end. The stakes are too high. As you can see, that we saw in previous statistics, suicide rates are continually to rise. No one should have to struggle alone. There are everyone. And it's important not to judge yourself if you're having a hard time or feeling more stressed. The important thing is to recognize when you're not doing well and when you need to seek help. And that leads me to a slide with support services that can help, the hotlines and websites that can help you if you need anyone to talk to. And this, and this could be the next step in reaching out for help. And thank you. Have a nice day. And here's all my references. Thank you.